multiplayer 7 Days to Die with Silverblade.
Damn it, son of a... Ouch.
You must remember to,
88 miles per hour!
Don't you feel foolish?
Greetings, minions, survivalists, and fellow gamers. This is Silverblade playing 7 Days to Die, Alpha 14.6, and this is episode 47. Just getting back from dumping everything off from the last episode's loot run, and now I am gathering as much wood as I possibly can, at least for couple minutes anyway, because we need to get as much as we can for spikes. So we just get these quick wood out here. Don't need plant fibers. Whoa, hello. Nice to see ya. How's your mama? Okay. So chopping. And I keep getting the damn grass. So we will chop all this down. I'd be happy with a couple thousand logs of wood, but we'll see what we get in a brief amount of time anyway. Because we gotta get log spikes. Let me get my tongue unwrapped from my ear here. We need to get some log spikes to deal with the day 21 horde. There, enunciation helps. Hooked on phonics, worked for me. Ah, for Christ's sake. Hip boxes, why hast thou forsaken me? Starting to sound like Mike Tyson. Alright, so we get all this massive deforestation project in hand here. And got a couple thousand, that's good. Need a few thousand more, I'm sure. So yeah, we'll plow away at this for another minute or three. Go uphill and over, and I'm using the wrong tool for some reason. Must have hit the mouse wheel or something. Butterfingers. Alrighty, let's see, get all this small stuff. Now, one thing I like about chopping down all the trees, not only do you get the resources, but from the perspective of your base, wherever it may be, if you're getting all the trees around it, you will improve your frame rates a little bit, and you'll be able to see the zombies easier, because the trees do tend to obfuscate which direction they're at. And if you have just wide open plains around your base, you should be able to see them coming from quite a ways away. Should. And it's kind of a good tactical thing to do. You know, just opening up lines of fire. Okay, I'm thinking we'll call it good at that. And I don't know where I got the lumps of clay, but okay. So we'll hit some wood up on the way back to base, but for the most part, we're going to get right at it. And I think while we're on the way, let's get spikety spikes going. Maximum And we'll go with 9999. Oh, not 666, that's the ominous number. And then plunk. There. 1,000 of them should do. God knows we're going to need as much as we can. Now, if it may seem like I'm overestimating or overreacting, it is better to do overkill and not need it than to not do overkill and need it. Yeah, I think I fudged that one up. It's better to have it and not need it than to not have it and... Man, I'm not in my right mind right now. Wow. You guys get the idea, I'm sure. One thing I can take pride in is that my audience is pretty smart. Right? You guys are so smart. I am so smart. I am so smart. SMRT. I mean SMART. So I'll just lay down another 3 rows and get tripped up on tombstones while doing so. I would love to fill in the whole graveyard area, but that would kind of, you know, inhibit me from getting to the graves down below, so that would not be cool. Now, I've had a few zombie incursions, you know, mostly just wandering hordes. I think there was one with a screaming Mimi, and so that's where you'll see the blood tip spikes out there, but there wasn't really many, if any, spikes that were destroyed, so we're just going to leave it as is. Some of it is me being lazy, and some of it is just being constrained for time, really. Time and resources. Yeah, I really hate the hitboxes in that you can't be too close to them, otherwise you just can't place anything down. And then you got the whole, you know, you're too far away, so we're going to put this in a spot that you really didn't intend to put it, because duh. Alright, so yeah, we'll leave it like that. See if we can get through the Grand Prix course over here unscathed. Okay, looks like they took out some of this, which we can replace. Hopefully. Can't get it. But, oh, that's right. This is where there's some sort of glitch there or something, where the game will not, literally not let me put any spikety spikes in. I apologize if you guys hear background noise over my microphone. It's pretty damn stuffy in here. I usually like to have the door to my bunker here closed to prevent any outside noises, like, you know, my family letting the cats into the back room or something like that from bleeding over onto the mic. But it also means it traps the heat in here, and my computers, they are a better heater than the space heater I used to have in here, especially when I'm playing a game. I do have a fan going just to keep the air circulating, otherwise I probably would pass out, and as it is, my eyes are getting all winky. So if you hear howling in the background from a fan, well, guys gotta breathe sometime, right? Now, I really don't want to put spikes over in here, mostly because of the graves, but, you know, They're not. I don't think these were respawning up close to them. These here, out here are, but not these right over there. So I think it might be safe to put spikes down on them. Or not. I think it's the headstones that are blocking it. And it looks like that's what is the case. Come on. Tricksy hitboxes. Alright, so once we get this inner yard done, we will do the outer part of the yard. And I think I might have another idea for a defensive structure. And as bloodied as those are, they're all still intact. Wood frames. Do not leave home without them. And around here I'm just going to leave it like that, but that way we'd reduce the risk of getting tripped up on them trying to go up the steps. Now at some point, most likely with the new base that I'm working on, I'm going to surround it with log spikes that get upgraded, and then use these for like outer perimeter defense. These are pretty good at wounding the hell out of a zombie, because if I remember right, and I could be wrong, guys feel free to comment if I am, these type of spikes here will constantly damage you. So if you just sit on them, you'll constantly get damaged. The log spikes, on their other hand, you step on them once, and they only hurt you once, and they won't persistently damage you. I know it used to be like that. I don't know if anything has changed, especially since that was before the redesign for these kinds of spikes. I think it's still persisted after the spikes were upgradable to steel, but I don't know if that's the same case now. But yeah, it used to be that you stand on these kind of spikes and they would just keep hurting you, even if you didn't move. But the log spikes, you stand on them, you get hurt once, and it will hurt for a good chunk, but it doesn't constantly bleed you. Dink, dink, dink. So there's pros and cons to each kind of them. I mean, these here are more disposable. They're cheaper to make. That's a pro. They don't necessarily last as long as log spikes. Log spikes are more expensive. They'll last longer, but again, they're more expensive. And especially if you're trying to upgrade them. And they really don't do the best amount of damage until they're coated with metal, whether it's scrap or, you know, at the end of it, I think you can coat them in steel. So that's something to bear in mind if you want to use spikes for base defense. Now, again, if I'm wrong with these stats, because a lot of things change, and I don't really keep up with stats and stuff and changes. I got way too much stuff to do than read numbers and try to remember little details. I'm a for fun gamer, and so I don't memorize stats. And it's not to say that people who memorize stats aren't doing it for fun. It's just ain't nobody got time for that. I sure as hell don't. Now, on the other hand, my good buddy Haladmer, he's pretty good at remembering stats and stuff and crunching numbers. something he does really good, and I guess he gets off on it. He's just weird like that, I guess. But numbers freak. It just doesn't cut it for me personally, which is why it's good to have him around in our multiplayer, because it's like, okay, Hal, what's the numbers for this and this and this? And he'll rattle it off and like, alrighty. If you ask me, I'd be like, you're asking the wrong guy, buddy. But if something works or not, I might know, and he might not. It's hard to say sometimes. I mean, we go either way. Sometimes he knows way better than I do, and me, it's just like, hey, I just played this, so I know this works, or I know this doesn't work, and there's things that, yeah, you get the picture. It's good to be able to have someone to tag team intellectually like that. And then there's Sharky, who we have to pick on because, well, he picks on us, and he does a very good job of it. Sometimes too good of a job of it. I mean, just ask Hal about what went on with the live stream Friday night and what he discovered that he blamed Sharky for anyway. Everybody blamed Sharky for on one of Hal's vehicles. Sharky's a good guy. Give him a pickle and he's tame as a kitten. So hopefully after I get done recording these episodes tonight of 7 Days to Die, I'm thinking of upping episodes. You probably have already seen it if I've done it already, and see, today this should be Tuesday's episode, so you may have seen it already, but I'm definitely thinking about delving into episodes of Space Engineers. I don't know if I'll do a series about it, and I probably have mentioned it in those videos, even though I haven't recorded those videos yet. You know, my thoughts about it. You know, right now when it comes to the gaming side of stuff, I want to do more videos, but on the other hand, I also want to kind of get away from grind games. And by grind games, I mean exactly what you're seeing right now. Tedious tasks and stuff like that, resource gathering, that kind of stuff. Just because it just try to keep up with everything mentally, you know, remembering in what game did I have this amount of this stuff, and you know, I want to kind of shake that off for a little while, because it is wearing on my brain, and I want to get into a little bit more action, a little less grindy grind. Now I'll still be doing 7 Days to Die. I ain't gonna quit that. That's kind of like my flagship series of sorts, but yeah, I just want to shake things up a little bit. It's good to dust the cobwebs off of other stuff and let the other things sit so that you can come back at them later with fresh eyes, fresh mind, new ideas. I mean, I have games that I played like 5-6 years ago. I just kind of shelved them, and I'll dust them off, bring them back out, and enjoy them like it was the first day. But if I was playing it constantly and not changing things up, I would just burn out on it. So I don't want to burn out. Burning out is not fun. And luckily we got all those spikes queued up before we started this, otherwise we'd be waiting, and I hate sitting there going, well, I'm recording an episode, but we can't do shit because I'm waiting on these to get made. Yet another reason why I'm tired of grind stuff. So yeah, that's my semi-coherent rant for the night. So we got another like 36 hours or so before the day 21 horde. I'll probably have to do some more resource gathering, and I'll show you some of the progress I've made so far with my mine. I was able to get some more potassium nitrate, iron, coal, that kind of stuff out of the mine, and I made up some more ammo, and I'm really hoping I have enough for the horde. Goodness, it's starting to get a bit muggy in here. Whew. Alright, so this should... It ain't gonna stop the horde. No way, no how. But it will hurt them enough that by the time they get up to the building, a gun blast or two will take them out, which is fine by me. Alright, so we have this here, and it looks like our crops here are wonderful. So let's, since we're here, let's get this all packed aside here real quick. And let's harvest and plant. Gives us something to do, right? And we're already here. Alright, blueberries, recipes. Crafty, crafty. Try to go slow enough so that the stack in my hotbar will constantly have it, so I don't have to go back in and pick them back up from my inventory. And I think that's good there. Excellent. Now potatoes. Gotta love the potatoes. Alright. Potatoes. Recipes. Gimme, 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 gimme. Just kind of eyeballing it, so keep one behind the number. So if there's two, you plant. If there's one, you don't. So see how that goes. Bink. Because then you'd have to go through and pick it out of here and drag it. And it just kind of saves a little time. Now these here you don't have to convert into seeds. They are already seeds. You could split the stack. I just leave them whole and just fill out the slots. Lazy man's way of playing 7 days to die. You can't judge me. You would do the same thing and you know it, right? Yeah, that's my type of person right there. Booyah! That's fast. Ah, missed the hitbox. Come on. There we go. Hate when that happens. Alright, you tricksy corn. Get the tops first. Then the bottoms. Alrighty, and then we'll make 10 corn seeds. Alright. Still in the way. There we go. Alright, so what did we have in this? We just put these on there. Whatever. Alright, so I'll show you guys, since we've got just a little bit of time left, I'll show you guys progress on the mines. So, if you don't recall, basically what I do is I do a straight tunnel, leave a space, then a straight tunnel, a space, straight tunnel, space, and just keep going on down. And then you cross hatch it, come in a space, go all the way, space, all the way. So you have all of these pillars here. And then what you do is you just replace the pillars with wood frames. So what happens is, once you've gone through and dug all this out, now I still got a ways to go yet, and this was, I added probably like 5 rows since the time I last recorded an episode about in here. But yeah, I went all the way to the other side. I even made the roof in this side a little taller, and there's a reason for that. But yeah, I came all the way out to the other side of this hill, and I had to flatten this out because Screaming Mimes had dug the hell out of all this. It was a chaotic mess. But yeah, as you can see, you go this way, and then you cut across this way. You replace the pillars with wood frames. So on the ends, like right over here, if I don't get stuck here, you just take the whole ceiling out, all the way up to ground level. So in the end, what you'll have is a block of all this material floating on top of the pillars, unattached to the rest of the mountain. So what you do then is, maybe I can demonstrate it sorta from in here. You go to one corner. Okay, so the roof is held up above you. You get your body underneath where the pillars are here. So you got pillars there, and this is on the outside edge, right? Okay, so you get underneath the pile here, have the pillars to protect you, to keep the roof from caving in on you, and you just take away the wood frames, and then you come back, take out wood frames, come back, take out wood frames, and you keep going back like this, row after row, keeping solid roof with pillars around you above you. And eventually, it'll be enough where the structural integrity of the ground that's holding it, all this mass up, won't be able to hold it up anymore, and it'll all start collapsing. Now, I won't show you that just yet because this really isn't ready. I'm still got some work to go. I blocked this off here because I was having the dogs trying to get in here at night. But yeah, once I get all this set up to go, I'll show you if it works or not. As I stated last week, I had done a video on this back in Alpha 11. You can go to my playlists of Season 1 of 7 Days to Die and look up my mining technique, and it'll go into better detail about how that works. It'll even show how it works. I mean, it actually worked like it was supposed to. And it took out pretty much the whole damn side of the mountain. Now, things may have changed in terms of the, since there's ragdoll physics and stuff like that now, and all that in Alpha 14 as opposed to Alpha 11. There may be some differences there, but the technique is essentially the same. It may work, it may not, and we're going to find that out together, for good or for ill. Sorry, I had to wet my whistle there. But that's going to be coming up in a future episode for this series. As for now, it is, we're 28 minutes in, so I'm going to have to wrap this up. I'm going to have to come through and do some repairs through here off camera. I got to cool off a bit too because it's a bit muggy in my room right now. But yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode at least half as much as I enjoyed making it. And we'll pop that up in there. I need to get some more stone going, because I am getting a little stone hungry around here, and need to get some more cement rolling and get the base over in the lake going. I got to get defenses set up here. A lot of stuff to do. So anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Like, dislike, comment either way. Share if you like what you saw and that you think this video and my other videos may help or inspire or educate other people about the game. Don't spam, because that sucks. Subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter at SilverBladeDag, D-A-G-G. That way you can know updates to my channel. If I put up new episodes of stuff, like hopefully I'll have episodes of Space Engineers up this week. Kind of an intro thing, because I'm actually quite new to the game. It's not scheduled, so it'll just go as I have episodes for it. All right. But if you follow me on Twitter, you'll know instantly when that stuff comes up. So, yeah. Anyways, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see you later. Twitch.